Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Um, quick overview today. So I want to talk about one ayah in particular. Very famous ayah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tabarak allazi ja'ala fis sama'i burujan wa ja'ala fiha sirajan wa qamaran munira. Very, very popular ayah. And it actually reminded me of a very similar ayah in Surah Mulk. It's like the fifth or sixth ayah. وَلَقَدْ And it starts with Bismillah ar-Rahim. وَلَقَدْ زَيَّنَ السَّمَاءَ الدُّنْيَا بِمَصَابِيحَ. And I'll read off the translations. That Surah Mulk ayah means we adorn the lowest heavens with stars like lamps. That beginning of the ayah. And actually in Surah Furqan, which is the surah we're focusing on, تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي جَعَلَ فِي السَّمَاءِ بُرُوجًا. Blessed be he who has placed in the heaven Blessed is the one who has placed constellations in the sky, as well as a radiant lamp and a luminous moon. So it kind of reminded me of that other surah, Surah Mulk, where it talks about how there are these constellations in the sky, which we interpret it as the stars. And I think it's quite interesting because you can almost imagine, um, an illiterate man is in Arabia, uh, like revealing this to the people. And back then, they probably didn't maybe even understand how many stars. Now we know that there's billions and billions of galaxies, um, you know, in the world, in the universe. And I just find it so interesting that the people of that time were given these signs, um, and they can clearly see. Maybe if they didn't believe, I don't know if telescopes were around back then. I'd have to look into it. But I just find it very interesting. First of all, the miracles of the Quran. Just talking about so many different things that the people of that time couldn't have had the technology to know. Maraj al Bahrain, and then even just the power of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. Secondly, just the mightiness of God, the ability to create all of these things, and even in a previous ayah, um, it says, "الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بينهما في ستة أيام." I don't want to mess up the ayah. الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وما بينهما في ستة أيام. He is the one who created the heavens and the earth and everything in between in 6 days. So I just find it, beautiful that in this section of the surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is really talking about His might and His power. And I think that's what I took away, at least. So, a very short episode. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll be finishing Surah Buru, or Surah Furqan. Sadaqallahu Azim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.